we all used to look up to her in school and say we wish we could be like her. And
Oh,
still we all wish we can be like her
thank
because there's
you.
no one like her. If
Oh, thank
everybody
you.
from our batch looked up to her
Thank you.
in school, and yeah,
Thank you.
we all did.
No, but Shalini, now to the point that you were always obsessed with yourself.
Yeah,
Your most viral line is, don't get angry with people or care about what they think because it's bad for your skin.
yeah.
ये क्या इसका मतलब क्या है?
So there's a whole logic behind it. Like if you're not like happy with yourself, it affects your sleep, it affects your hormones, uh, and then obviously, then if you're not functioning properly, it'll finally come out on your skin. So that was just a very short line of a very boring description. You have to draw people in with something fun, no?
Yeah,
That's what I did.
that I agree.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Neelam, more
Yes.
seriously, while Mahip says that this kind of attention has come late, the fact is, and full disclosure, one of my dearest friends, Anisha, is a creative force behind the Bollywood Wives. But as Anisha and I often talk about, the Bollywood Wives has used the vehicle of culture to talk about things that nobody talks about. It has headlined five women in their mid years and made them the biggest stars of this country. And just for that alone, I think it is a remarkable, revolutionary series. Did all of you feel not seen before Bollywood Wives? I think the conversation we don't have is how this industry is so cruel to women as they get older. And Bollywood Wives is an exception. It's not the norm. And I want to ask all of you to talk about that. I'll start with you, Neelam.
Well, first of all, Barkha, thank you for having us on this panel. It's a real honor
Thank you.
and privilege.
Thank you.
So you said that this Bollywood Wives. We're talking about topics that a lot of women don't talk about. It's not been seen on Indian
Yeah.
television. I mean, it's so strange that you're saying this. That I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I was 50 when I signed on for Bollywood Wives. I was scared to face the camera again.
Really.
Yes, I was scared to be rejected because I was seen like 30 years back, and
Yeah.
I have aged, so
Yeah.
I was very insecure. And I think in season one we all discussed, you know, Botox. We talked about fillers, and Bhavna with the face yoga. So I think this is the first time women have openly discussed
Yeah.
treatments for the face and what they're okay with and what they're not okay with.
Yeah.
So I think that was also a huge eye opener. Season two, we spoke about menopause,
Yeah.
and
And we're all there. Yeah.
we're all there, well, some are sailing through it, some are not.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think it's given us an opportunity to make a change, make a difference. And season three, there have been topics which Seema and me have sort of
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah.
And you won't believe the amount of DMs that we get from married women
Saying we
saying,
went through this too.
we went through this, and kudos to you guys for coming out in the open and discussing it. And it makes us feel that even celebrities and known personalities do go through this. So
Yeah.
it,
No.
it feels fabulous.
It is. That is why the fabulous Bollywood wives, right? But Bhavna, I think Neelam said something quite honest there about, the fear of facing the camera in your mid years and feeling like people may judge you. Did you go through that?
Yes, of course. I mean, there's a lot of fear of judgment. We had not really put ourselves out there before, except Neelam, who's been an actor.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of fear of judgment. There was a lot of fear of suddenly, getting opinions or people making comments on the way you look. Um, and also for me, I think it was a time when we started shooting season one. Ananya was launching as an actor in the same year.
Yeah.
So I think I was very worried because I was like, anything I say or do should not impact, her or her progress in any way. So I was like, extra worried and extra careful. But I think the amount of love we've got from everyone, all those fears have gone away. And I'm sure people must have noticed in season 3, I'm way more confident and
Mhm.
way more opinionated than I was in season 1. It's only because of the love we got. It gave me the confidence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
And I think, as Neelam said, Seema, a lot of taboo subjects, right? I mean, everything, right? From menopause to Botox to diabetes to, I don't know, affairs. It's all there. It's just all there. And it's extraordinarily honest. And has it been tough to be this honest for like a billion people and plus to see?
So look, before I did Bollywood Wives, I wasn't really concerned about being seen or felt unseen because I didn't know otherwise. But I think, when I did the show, the only thing I think my mom sitting there, she
Yeah,
just said
I was
one
going
thing.
to, can mom please stand up? There she is, being very shy in the front row, but
Yeah.
the camera can pick her up.
So there were some,
She's
sensitive
right here in the front
topics
row.
that I
Yeah.
had to touch upon, and question about my marriage and the status of my marriage and how I was leading my life.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing she said to me was, Anisha kept asking me, how do you want to put it out there? How do you want to portray it? And, she just said to me, whatever you do, just don't lie.
Mhm.
That's the way I approached it. I will just not lie about my life because I'm not doing anyone any favors, and, especially not myself. And as long as I had just one mantra in mind, like, I'll say it like it is, as long as I don't hurt anyone's feelings. And to be honest, that I get from my mother. She's the one who gave me that, and I did the show. That was my basis of the show, that just don't tell lies, be you, and just don't be insensitive to
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
Well, mom is being shy, but we've managed to pick her up on camera. Thank you for coming, ma'am, and for allowing Seema to share her story so honestly. I want to ask all five of you, what has been the toughest thing to talk about on camera? Shalini, anything?
Talking about other people was very tough for
Wait,
me.
I have to give you my mic. You take this.
So talking about other people was really difficult for me
Can you explain?
because it's like I don't want to dissect anybody's looks, their behavior. So that kind of just puts me in a
Because
very
you want to do that in private, or you don't want to do that?
well. I mean, no, I don't really even discuss them with my therapist. Honestly, like anybody, like it's like
Because it's bad
because
for your skin.
I get like I get 2 hours with my therapist and I want to talk about me. And yeah, because I found it very difficult because to talk about someone else because it's just like that was very difficult for me.
So I think one thing that everybody wants to know is, this is reality TV, but is it real, or how much of it is staged? Like, a lot of people don't understand that, Neelam.
It's all real.
It's all real. You
It's
all are
all
saying all these
real.
things about each other, like for real,
For real.
and you can be friends after that.
Yeah. Look, between the four of us, there is this understanding. Okay, if we do say something, they get it. We're cracking jokes at each other. Maheep is bullying us, abusing us. We're used to it. It's just part of the show. It's entertainment also.
Yeah.
But everything is real.
And Mahib,
It's
you
not
are.
just entertainment. This is her personality. This is her. So quite frankly, this is what you see. I mean, there are people who come up to us and who know us and have said, when we're watching the show, we don't feel like we're watching a show. We feel like we're with you guys, like having chai or sitting around.
Yeah, but
because
how
this-
different is it? How different is it from being a sort of a fly on the wall in your home and having these multiple cameras and knowing, because you have to know some, like, do you forget that they're cameras, or are you performing for the cameras?
No. So that credit totally goes to Anisha, Manu, Naomi,
Yeah.
Rishali, the whole team. Because
Yes.
honestly, for me,
Are they here?
yeah, they're here.
Manu is
here, they're all
And,
here.
and I,
Manu. Yeah.
honestly, for me, they're family.
Stand, creators of Bollywood
Manu,
Wives, stand.
Vrishali, please stand.
Stand, please. There they are. Yay, well done.
Yeah. They're actually, for me, they're family to us. They're in our homes, in our most private spaces. And honestly, when I'm talking to them, sometimes they have to hold me back. Rather than me holding myself back, they have to hold me back and rein me back in. Like, there are cameras rolling, I forget. But it's just that, you get to be yourself. And eventually, when you see yourself and coming through on the show, especially, I can give you the example of season 3. I was very worried because I did shoot the show at the most vulnerable time of my life.
Yeah.
So I was a bit, very worried about how I would come across. And when I saw it, I actually called Manu and I said, thank you, because I don't think I could articulate it. as well as he did, or he actually put it out there exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Amazing. Ah,
Thank you, love you guys.
Maheep, you have spoken about so many things from diabetes to, I've lost track of menopause, so many issues related to women's health that actually are completely invisibilized for women our age, right? What's been the response to that from women who are not famous?
Oh, you know what? It's very important for all of us to put in a serious topic that is close to us, what we feel. Like how we had in season one, the beach cleanup. It was important to us. We wanted to put that message out there. Season two, whether it was menopause, women don't talk about these things. It's very strange. We shy away from these things, and I don't get it because we're all in the same boat. We're just different reactions and whatever. For me, it was also very important to discuss diabetes.
Hmm.
I got so many DMs. It was overwhelming. And one DM hit me very hard was this mother who said to me that I rewound the scene with you and Neelam where you were jabbing yourself with the insulin pen. And I called my 9-year-old son and I said, see, she's doing it and she doesn't care because he was so conscious going to school and
Hmm.
doing this. It broke my heart, but I felt like, listen, if I can just help someone or empower someone in some sort of way, my job's done. I don't take this platform in frivolously.
Yeah.
It was very important that we put in these serious topics. So everyone does feel inclusive and everyone does feel that, look, we're all in the same boat, guys. Um, and it's
And
important to
as
talk.
moms, what is it that you all wanted to put out there? I mean, those of you who are parents, what did you want to put out there? Bhavna?
Um,
Shalini?
I think, I mean, Ananya was here earlier, and what she said is like, be real, be yourself, let the world know that.
Yours is fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
I think be real, be yourself, and you got to feel what you got to feel, and it comes out. Like you were asking, what were the most uncomfortable
Mhm.
times when we shot? So, I mean, we are all in groups of friends, and we all have our ups and downs. I think for me, in season one and two, there was so many misunderstandings, and things I've had with my friends, especially with Maheep and Seema, which was brought on camera, and we actually cleared those misunderstandings, and we felt those emotions.
Hmm.
I mean, there were times after shooting the scene, we've all come back, and I've actually cried at home
Hmm.
because it was almost like bringing it out what I was feeling. So I think this show has, I always say, this show has, what it has done is it's given me immense growth, whether it's personally or professionally. So I can never be more grateful than that.
So for me, it was what for me, I was really concerned that I didn't want people to follow what I was doing because
You did
eh,
not want them
no,
to.
I don't want them to jump into the sea if they don't know how to swim.
Ah.
Like me.
I was a little concerned, and later on, like I don't want to become like I don't want people to follow what I'm doing, or it's a little impractical way of life as well. And but like I think they're sensible. That was my
Like,
concern.
what is it that you would say to them? Don't do this at home. They say now after movies, don't try this at home.
Don't jump into the ocean if you don't know how to swim.
So, what is the Shalini Passi Ocean?
The ocean, it's my world where I stay. It keeps me safe, and I'm very productive in it because I sort of block out a lot of the noises which are
But
not
now you're a public figure. How do you block out anything?
uh, well, I don't read a lot of stuff which I don't want to read. Like I go on an app and I read the news, so it's very selective.
Ah.
And I mean, I need to function as well. I need to be able to work. I need to be able to exercise peacefully. If all the time I'm hearing what people are saying or talking about, obviously I'm not insensitive, and I'm not not like, but I need to be little bit away from what is actually like the reality, because I'm a creative person. I cannot live in that very bare world which is very harsh, because I also need to protect my feminine energy. The
Hmm.
world is so aggressive and masculine that so for me to preserve my energy, to be able to give back, whether it's to the art world or the society or even my family, I need to protect my creative feminine energy. And what I see now is that women want.
Surprisingly, you'll get shocked because people love honesty. And
Is
just
it
be
is it easy to be honest in this sort of glam world?
Not at all.
How do
Not
people
at all.
react? Like, what's the, like, most uncomfortable thing for you that's happened for you? You're obviously a very blunt woman.
I am. Unfortunately, if I'm not saying it, it's on my face.
Correct.
It's a problem. I don't know how to hide it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But yes.
So what would you say to them? What one mistake you've made?
Oh God, I made many. Haven't I?
So one you
discussed-
don't
now-
want them to make. We often say make your own mistakes. What's the one
Yeah.
mistake that you don't want them to make?
I think criticizing yourself, being critical on yourself. Don't do that mistake, because you know what? You'll be surprised. The person sitting next to you is going through the same damn thing. You're not aware of it. So I think women, as women especially, we're so harsh on ourselves, and we're so shy, and we're so constantly we have to be the strong person. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be vulnerable. Before my pre-diabetes, I just wanted to be strong for the family. And I was crumbling inside. And finally, we all know that I ended up in the ICU. But I needed to reach out for help,
Yeah.
which I didn't. And it's okay to be vulnerable, be honest, and just be around people that you love and you trust. Very important.
Seema?
So for me, the biggest takeaway, I mean, what's transformed me as a person through this show is that I always operated out of fear. My whole life I have operated out of fear, and I was always looking at what's best for everyone around me, and I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. I was constantly trying to be better for everyone around me. Not to say that I'm not, it's not an endeavor even today, but I think I just kind of, it made me wake up and realize that, okay, I'm a mother. Okay, you have a husband, you're a wife, you're a daughter, you're a daughter-in-law, but what about you? Like when you wake up, I woke up, I think I just woke up one day and said that this cannot be my story, and I can't, like there were things that I wanted to, just be, which I wasn't being able to do that. And I realized I discovered a lot about myself through this show. And I also
What did you
discovered
learn? What did you learn about yourself?
that actually, you know what, I have, can I say the word?
Yes.
I also have balls. So, I think I did realize that, and it made me feel empowered. And what made me feel even more empowered through this show is all the women out there who connected with me.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said earlier, if you can touch or
someone's
change
life,
even
yeah.
one person's life, it's all worth it. That kind of gratification and validation is all I ever, it was more than what I ever thought I would get in life. So I feel like now I've accomplished something. It's not really about the
Yeah.
money or the work.
Yeah.
It's about that feeling of gratification and that feeling of empowerment that only you as an audience can give me. I can't give it to, actually, they give it to you, when you do it,
Yeah,
and
that's lovely.
you're acknowledged.
Yeah.
I think so, just be honest. And all our problems, every problem I've had in life, all women out there have had. It doesn't matter what place of privilege you come from, you're still going to have the same problems in your marriage, in your home, with your children. We all have the same problems. So,
Yeah.
I think just discussing it,
And that unit and putting it out
putting
there and
it
giving a
out there to
voice
say that it happens.
Bhavna?
I think both Mahip and Seema have pretty much summed it up. I think one thing I've learned is not to be oversensitive. I was an extremely oversensitive and over anxious person, and I think that is one thing I regret. Like not, I mean, I shouldn't have been so sensitive, because today, when I'm much older, I realize like everything passes and everything is fine.
This
Everything's
too
going-
shall pass.
This too shall pass. And I'm going to take this 1 second to acknowledge this very nice person here, Mr. Sanjay Passi.
Oh, I was going to
Please,
welcome him on stage. Sanjay, come on up, yeah. Come on. 8 minutes.
I have to, because
Sanjay, come on up.
Of
Sanjay,
course.
8 minutes. 8 minutes.
of course Shalini has
This
been
is Shalini's
amazing on the
husband,
show.
Sanjay
Yeah.
Passi. And 2 minutes to out. How did you feel about Shalini becoming like this complete national crush?
I mean, it was a surprise for me. I mean, overnight, I could not have imagined that what she's done. It's amazing. I really feel very proud of her.
And Sanjay, you're a very, very successful entrepreneur, but today you're known as Shalini Passi's husband.
I feel very proud about it. Yes, when people say, "Are you Shalini Passi's husband?" I say yes.
Shalini?
Yeah.
How was this at home?
How is this at home?
The stardom.
Well, I was always a star at home. It's the same. Everybody
So
else.
nothing has changed.
For me, it's the same. Like I'm the same person I always was from school till now. I've always lived in my own universe. Now everybody, like people know me now, which is different. And I hope I can keep delivering, and hope I can keep, you know, following my dreams and make everybody happy while I'm doing it.
How did your how did your son respond to this?
He was
Robin.
very afraid in the beginning because he says you don't watch television and you have no idea what you're doing. You should not be reading books on art and architecture. You should be, your new homework is to watch reality television. And every night he would come and put on something for me, but I say, okay, okay, I'm watching that, I'll put it off and I do my own thing. So, but like he was happy then. He watched it with his friends the day it was released, and all his friends loved me, which was very nice.
All his friends love you.
Yeah.
Does everybody love Shalini? And all the Bollywood
And
wives.
also, yeah.
Yes. One thing about your wife that we don't know from Bollywood.
I mean, she is a queen. I mean, what can I say about a queen?
And you are her serf?
Yeah, that's right. I'm there to serve her. Yeah.
Thank you, Sanjay. Let's have a round of applause for Sanjay. So, Bhavna, you introduced Sanjay, so we went there, but
And another thing, since we are in a college today, so a lot of comments that I got this season was like, you went to SRCC and you were doing BCom honors, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you became a flight attendant.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you do that? But I think I just followed my heart. I know I was excelling and I was expected to go and do my MBA or CA and become CEO of a multinational. That was what was expected out of me from that college. But I think I just followed my path because I didn't want to. I wanted to travel and I wanted to do different things. And I'm just so glad I did that. So please follow your dreams and please follow your heart. It's very important. Yeah.
Neelam, I'll come to Shalini because we just heard from her, but Neelam, that one mistake that you made that you want to tell the girls here, don't do that. I did it, I regret it.
Well, these girls are much younger than me. When I look back at my life, my teens, I joined films very young.
How
No-
old were you?
16.
16.
Actually, 15.
Wow.
So, I mean, when I look back at my life, no regrets. I wouldn't change anything. But one mistake I did make was when I touched 50, I was obviously, busy with my jewelry business. And I actually told myself that, okay, now it's time to retire. I was very comfortable in my kaftans, very comfortable in my loose clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, living the kind of retired life. And I mean, I was totally wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got like this new beginning. Life has changed 360 thanks to this show, thanks to Karan. So I think, yeah, thinking at 50 that your life is over, women out there, that's a big mistake.
Now, thank you for saying that. You mentioned Karan. Karan can get away with asking questions that nobody else can. And he asked you, Mahip, are you all jealous of Shalini? So, my question. No, my question is a thoda ek question jod rahi ho usme. You all actually get along or you compete with each other? And I'm adding to Karan's question.
No, actually, shockingly, why the show works is we do get along. Of course, we have our issues, of course, but we address them on the show.
What are these issues apart from what we see on the show?
Specifically with Shalini?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my thing is, which I tell her, that if you're going to wear a Roberto Cavalli gown and just walk into the sea, I am going to react and say, what the fuck is she doing? Am I not? I mean, I can't be saying, well done, okay? I was like, what is she doing? So she gives me those opportunities to react, but bless her, she sings to the giraffe, and I'm awestruck. And there are many, many moments, but Shalini is unique.
Yeah.
And I think she was made for reality, and she's...
Imagine what Sanjay had to go through all these
Yeah,
years.
Sanjay.
So now you can sympathize with him.
No, but Shalini, you think they're all jealous of you?
No, because if it wasn't for them, this platform would not have been there. I've just walked in like a breeze.
I'm only borrowing from Karan's playbook. I don't ask these questions.
So this, so like they started it. It was a literally like they had this audience which was just crazy about them, and I had to just walk in. And
Yeah.
there were times
No, no.
Mahip would tell me,
No, no,
Mahip
let's-
would just during the shoot, sometimes just look at me and she's going to say something, and I would keep looking at her. I said, "Bol de, say it."
I was being polite, guys.
I think this has been Mahip's calmest season. Actually,
Really?
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
really like
No,
yeah.
no, I want to clarify that that's Karan's domain. I think it's lovely to see you all. Of course, nobody gets along all the time. That's not real life. Everybody grates on everybody at some point. You don't agree with it, but it's just wonderful to see what you've been able to do for women everywhere, and it's across age groups, and it's absolutely wonderful. So before I come to my last few set of questions, a big round of applause for these wonderful women. There is this stereotype about women that you put a bunch of women in a room together and they won't get along. That's not true. They have a lot of fun. So Shalini, you're going to tell us that story behind that song that you welcomed them with. What
Which
is
that
that?
one?
Yeah. Will you sing it for us also, please?
So it's like
Sing.
Bollywood Wives coming to Delhi. So had to be something spectacular, a mix of Bollywood culture and Master G, who's like, don't sing, you're not ready for it. So,
Mike.
yeah.
I said she threw us right into the deep end. Scene
Yeah.
one,
Yeah,
day
yeah.
one.
Didn't give you any
That's
time.
it. We knew the tone was set from that song.
Yeah.
So now we want to hear this song.
Really?
Yes.
That one? I'm
Yes.
not trained for it.
Everybody,
Okay, you
not just
all
her.
of you
Yeah,
have to sing.
all. Okay. You want a mic? There's
मेरे
more mics
मन
here.
ये बता दे तो किस और चला किस और चला है तू क्या पाया नहीं तूने क्या ढूंढ रहा है तू जो है अनकही जो है अनसुनी वो बात क्या है बता
Come on. Get up.
कहीं धड़कने तुझसे क्या when I say Mitwa, I raise my
But there is a song that we should have them dance to. Does anyone know which one I mean? It's Mahip.
yeah, I know.
Nigori.
Nigori.
Okay, then you choose a song.
No,
Neelam's done her
listen,
bit.
I've danced enough. No, I've
Neelam has done her
danced.
bit.
Mahip has to do a solo number.
Mahip has to do a solo number. Yeah. Go for it.
Mahip.
Okay, let's have the track. Then we'll just make them do it. Do we have the track?
What is this Barkha?
Nigori. Track. Start. They're trying to find the track. Do you have it? It's coming, I think. I think your song is coming. Come on. Mahip, chal yaar. Come on. Come on, girls. Mahip, chal yaar. Mahip, yes, boy.
कैसी जवानी है गोरी कैसी जवानी
Okay, we tried. I don't know. You want another song?
निगोरी कैसी जवानी है जो बात सुने ना मेरी निगोरी निगोरी कैसी जवानी है जो बात सुने ना मेरी निगोरी कैसी जवानी है जो बात सुने ना मेरी निगोरी बड़ी मस्तानी है जो बात सुने ना मेरी निगोरी बड़ी मस्तानी है जो बात सुने ना मेरी
This is the first time Mahip has danced without
She just-
without the tequila shots.
She, she said she broke her dancing virginity on the stage. Mahip, take the mic, mic.
Mike.
Hanji, Mahip.
Yeah, I did break my dancing virginity. I don't dance. I'm not a dancer, only for you guys. Made a big ass of myself. But
No, you didn't. Are there roles that are the things you did many years ago, those of you who have been on camera before, that you wouldn't do today? Like the song we just saw?
no.
Then why were you so... mm?
And I'm 51.
So
I was
what?
sprawled on a car. I was gorgeous then. I was 19.
You are gorgeous,
Gorgeous
even
now.
more gorgeous now.
Even more gorgeous.
Yeah. So I was sprawled on a car. I was dating my husband. He had come on the set. And yeah, but I don't regret anything. Any of those things.
Neelam, do you? Because you were so young, like you were 15 or 16.
I think I would definitely not wear a lot of the clothes that I wore back then.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got
What
to
do you
catch-
remember, like, with, like, oh my God?
like weird combinations like yellow with purple, those dhoti pants and this. Yeah, and my mom and my masi used to do my clothes, so all my necklines were up till here. Okay, like fully covered. I think that's one thing I would definitely change.
Okay, now all five of you are going to tell us. I don't know, do we have time for a couple of audience questions? You're going to tell me that. But in the meantime, all five of you are going to tell me something that we don't know about you, that we're hearing for the first time, that you're not saving that story for Bollywood Wives next series. Tell us a secret. Tell us a secret. Like, tell us something that we don't.
Anisha is going to kill us.
No, I'll handle Anisha. We're going to open the house for questions in a moment.
No, can I
Yes.
start?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone thought that, this Neelam has no temper. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you look very controlled.
Yeah, very in control. So
Yeah.
the first meltdown that I had on Bollywood Wives was actually with Miss Anisha Baig.
That's so
And
funny.
she was in shock.
Yeah. because
Okay.
She's never seen that side of
She's
you.
never seen that side of me. And then I saw a side of her which I've never seen before.
Lovely.
And I think on this season, we saw a little bit of my temper with
Yeah.
Shalini, a little bit, which they cut out.
Why did they cut it out?
They cut out a lot. They cut out a lot of her stuff, my stuff.
Tell us that stuff here now.
No. I mean, I just got a little irritated with her because, she was having fun. She was giggling a lot. And listen, I just wanted to wrap up and go home, get into my pajamas.
Yeah.
Until you don't finish your content, you can't leave.
Yeah.
So it was a little difficult and challenging that day. So I lost my cool.
So do you often lose your cool with Shalini?
No.
No?
It was just that one time. I kind of like, Shalini, stop it.
Shalini, you look like you never lose your cool with anybody. Do you?
I do also, like, I'm human obviously, but I channel it. I like dance, I sing, I take it out on other things. Like I take that energy out. I take that crazy energy out, and my trainer will say, "Aaj kiska gussa utar raha hai?" So I'll say, "Aaj ye lagao, zor ki tarah I dance."
Tell us something about you that we don't know.
I failed in math. Now everyone knows.
I also failed in that. That's not some spicy secret. Tell us something better.
I failed in computer science.
What would you have been, or what did you want to be in school?
I wanted to be an architect, but then I was really bad in math. Then I wanted to be an artist, but I couldn't go to art school. And now here I am.
And now what do you want to be?
I just want to I want to be effective in whatever I do. I want to have fun while I'm doing it. I want to, there's so much that I want to do. I just want to be on this journey where I'm learning and doing things. I don't want to be stagnant. I want to be a
Yeah.
new person every day. It's like this, like, you
Yeah.
change your clothes, change your energy, change your personality.
Bhavna, tell us a secret. None of you you're being very like,
One thing I don't understand.
very well behaved.
This changing clothes.
You know, when
Yeah,
you
but
ask,
wait, Neelan's saying something. Neelan?
That's one thing I don't understand about Shalini. Why constantly changing clothes? We came to your house.
Yeah.
I do change of energy, na?
Yeah.
Change
I
of
think she
energy.
said changing clothes changes her energy.
Yeah, changing clothes, like if you're wearing Girls, are you here with me? Yeah. So changing, like we're wearing a structured jacket, you'll walk in a different way and you'll sit. And you're wearing a flowing dress, you'll have a different energy. I mean, for me, I'm very, very sensitive. I don't know.
So what is your energy, Abhi?
This is very hot in Bombay and humid. I need the air to be here. And also, I'm like this graffiti is very much with what colleges are known
Ah, so
for.
it's all very well planned. Acha.
Yeah.
Bhavna,
Everything is thematic. And the hearts here.
So very well planned. How long does it take you all to get ready? Mike, le lo, Mike.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is the thing. Like I saw the stage, it was actually like more brown, but you guys have covered it up. So I actually see the location, and then I pick out and the vibe of the place, and that's it.
Okay, Mahip is wanting to say something to this and saying, yes,
I just want to make it very clear. I take the least amount of time. It's a fact. They can't argue.
because
with
you're
me.
impatient. That's written on
I'm
your
impatient.
face.
I
She
don't have
gives
to.
us stress.
Mahip,
Yes.
why?
Because say our call time is like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
or 8 a.m.
Yeah.
She's ready at 7:30 a.m. Okay, come on, guys, come on. And I take the longest.
You all have
I
been the
own it.
only guests today, celebrities who've been on time. Before time.
No, that we all are on
You're
time.
only ones.
But
only
Mahip is always early.
But having said that, there's not a singular scene in Bollywood Wives, sorry Manu, that we have not been waiting. Actually, we're very punctual.
Yeah.
Manu.
We are always
Manu.
waiting for our director Uttam, who we now call Steven.
Who you
Steven
now call?
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven
Pata nahi, he's
Spielberg.
making Mughal Azam or he's making some Gone with the Wind, I don't know, but we're always waiting.
Acha, but this question, you all have answered something else. The question was, tell us something about your life that we don't know.
Okay. So,
Bhavna, come on, take the lead.
so when you asked Shalini about not having temper and
Yes.
being calm,
Do you
I
have a
looked at-
temper?
I actually looked at Sanjay's face, and he gave the answer.
Because Shalini does have a secret
No,
temper.
because I'm trying to say the same goes for me, because I mean the usual feedback I get is I'm very balanced and calm and I don't lose my, but I think we'll have to ask Chunky that. That's
Yeah.
the secret.
Fab. Okay, we have time for some questions, I've been told. Now, I know you all are damn excited. but
Yeah,
we're going to
actually,
do this.
I would have been Beyonce if I wasn't here.
You would have been Beyonce.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was my one wish. No,
so
I
that
have
means you can
such a
sing.
bad. I called Neelam one day to say that I really want to be a singer. I would have. I wanted to be that. I said, Neelam, we'll take singing classes together during COVID. She said, you know what? Just record yourself in the bathroom and then listen to that. That was the end of my dream.
And that was
Can we hear your Beyonce voice?
Are you my ass? I'm just recovered from a viral. My throat.
I just danced. Get up and sing.
Yeah, come on, Yasima.
I swear I'm not lying.
Come on, Seema.
My one wish in life. Or for one of my children.
You asked for it. No, you have to.
can I tell you something?
Okay,
So,
okay.
so
I
One
can,
second,
I can
one
see your
second.
mom
One
say
second.
no, no.
I want to tell you all a secret. So the both of them during COVID recorded their voices and sent to Raisa's music teacher. My younger daughter Raisa sings very well, I have to say.
Yeah.
And he called me up and he was like, "Listen, Bhavna, I'm really sorry, but I have to refuse your friends. I hope you understand. I cannot train them. I just can't."
No. Okay, that's a good story. But can you do a
I
sound?
seriously just recovered from a viral.
And mummy saying
They
no.
sound husky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's very good.
She is good.
Otherwise,
Seema,
she's
come
very
on,
good.
yeah. Seema, do 2 lines, yeah. 2 lines.
No, I can't.
Come on, everybody sung on the stage. Okay, Shalini will accompany you. You sing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Say singing anything.
Come on.
Just sing any song.
Seema. 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 Chalo, yaar.
Murder.
Acha, 1 second.
Choose the song.
Yeah, but I just said what I could have been. I wanted
So
to
can
be.
you
Will you just get onto the path now?
So
Secretly.
let's see what we missed out now.
Season
But
4.
I can't say.
I really can't. What should I sing? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder where you are.
Even that doesn't sound good. Can you say George Michael?
Acha,
song?
now, come on. Let's choose.
Swear to God.
Okay, Shalini, you lead. You lead and she'll follow. Come on. Choose a song, Seema. Shalini will start.
Since we are in a college, you sing पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा मगर ये तो कोई न जाने कि मेरी मंजिल है कहाँ पापा करते हैं.
Okay, we are now opening this for questions. However, I know there's major excitement, but you're going to have to follow my rules here, otherwise we'll have a stampede. Okay? So I'm going to call one person at a time, and I'm going to start. Come on then. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hi. How are you? How are you? How are you? Come.
I wanted to say a big hi, and
Hi.
it's been a pleasure watching all of you. Mahip has been a friend. Our kids went to school together, and of course, Bhavna I've met at the Ayappa temple with Shabina. Yes. So I've known, of course, Mahip the most, and we've been mothers of kids who've gone to school together, and she's an amazing person.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy to see each and every one of
What
them.
is it that you would want to ask them or
So
say about
I didn't want to ask.
Okay,
This
say
is
about
this is about Neelam and Chunky, and the movie that Tu Mera Tota, that Maina movie, right?
Yeah, she danced.
And yes,
Paap Ki Duniya.
yes. And I was in school, and I was a big fan of Chunky. I think I've mentioned this story, I don't know, a million times. And I used to write letters to Chunky and I would post it. And I would post it, and I would get a reply. And it's only after I got married I realized my dad was writing those replies to me. And I thought it was Chunky writing. Okay, and it all got triggered with that मैं तेरा तोता तू मेरी मैना. And so one day my dad, actually mentioned it to me, saying, I didn't know how to do this, but and I would like wonder why is Chunky saying you're a kid in school, focus on studies, you know, take those posters out of the room, and I'm like, Dad, you didn't do this.
Lovely story. Anything you want to say to the wives? They're so phenomenal.
You're amazing. You're a role model. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been a mother all my life, and I've finally figured what to do in life. And you're an inspiration to a lot of them like me. And keep it going. All the best. You all rock.
Thank you.
And another thing about Bhavna, she's very spiritual, right? And very real. I mean, that one day that I met you in the temple with Ananya, it was amazing. I mean, I was there with Shabina, and you were there with Shabina, and it was like an eye opener.
Thank you for telling us.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. The young girl here in the middle. Come on, come on. I can see your hand, but you have to run up. Run up, run up, run up, run up. Be fast, quick. They're all quicker than you, I think, at this point. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, good to meet you. So my question is specifically to Shalini. I have been watching all of you from season 1, but you spoke about feminine energy.
Yeah.
I'm in my early 30s right now. I did my engineering MBA, worked for many years, and I'm an entrepreneur right now. And what I've realized is that to be taken seriously, at some point, I've had to be channelizing the masculine energy more to be taken seriously and having to sacrifice the feminine in me. And that has left me very lonesome at times. So I really want to know that how does one do that, be an achiever, have it all, but stay true to your essence, which is being a woman.
So I think, like in the 90s, we had all these articles which said that, we women have to dress in a certain way to be, taken more seriously in the workplace, wear suits, don't wear red lipstick, don't open your hair. So all that is gone now. So, and if you express yourself, if you are able to, just be what you want to be and wear what you want to wear, and just people will respect that. We need women who are educated like you and achievers like you to show everybody else that you are a woman, you have to stay in your feminine energy, you're an architect and you're actually a creator. So if you don't channelize that, how will you be able to create? You will be just creating a concrete jungle like all the men. So I think it's like a small thing which starts, and we have to respect our femininity, we have to respect the nurturing nature of a woman and continue doing what we have to do. So
Is it that easy?
no, for me also there was a time for about like 8, 9 years. I wore very, very oversized clothes, just very black and white, just to be taken seriously in the art world. But then I realized that like this is not me. It was not making me happy, and it was just curbing my energy, and it was not worth it. And then initially people found it difficult, but they take you for what you are. They take you for what your work and what you look like should not define you at the end of the day. So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
A picture with Shalini.
No, not right now, because that would create a stampede. It would create a stampede of requests from the floor. So sorry about that. Okay, okay. Come on up. Come on up. No, here, blue t-shirt. Come quickly. Come quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm very, first of all, I'm very glad to, meet all of you. And I think this is the first time I've watched a reality show. My question is very simple and only to two of you. One is Mahip. Mahip, I think you've added a lot of vocabulary to, I think, the general, the kids right now. You're in a college right now. What are the five top words you would like them to,
To use or not use?
your choice, you could be.
Why am I feeling like I'm in college giving an exam?
No, no, this is, I mean, just be free. Just be free.
Okay, so bollocks, wanker,
Interesting.
obviously twat.
Twat. Two more to go.
Shwai shwai, obviously. One more, for God's sake. My brain's
Put you on a spot.
You give the first one. Come on. You give the first one.
Why don't need,
Chana bhatura.
it doesn't have to be like this.
Okay.
And Bhavna, I wanted to know that, I feel that you're very invested in your daughter's growth. Is there, what are the top five things that, any mother should, look after them if they want their child to be successful?
I think more than any other support, emotional support is the most important. And having your child's back, whatever decision they take, whether it's good, bad, whether it's a mistake or anything.
Shalini's back fell.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
we had to
sorry.
pick
That's
it up. Yes.
we have to
That's a
wait for
serious
it.
thing. Yes.
Serious. More serious than this.
Sorry. Sorry to interrupt. No.
So I think it's very important to and also, I mean, whatever decision they make, as I was saying, it's very important to back them on it. It could be wrong, but it's fine. That's what I do as a mother.
Thank you. Okay. I want to ask all five of you now. I know, like, you've given us so many laughs, so many upbeat moments, but your lives have not always been easy. And some of it is touched upon in the series, some is not. What has been the toughest moment of your life, and how did you cope with it? What did you, when you look back and you think of, like, I always say older women are so much more interesting because we've lived,
Absolutely.
right? And we have all these stories, and we have all these mistakes, and we have all these, okay, we won't do it again, and then we do it again, all that. So, Neelam, one really traumatic phase that you learned from, that you want to share.
Well, season three, I've openly spoken about. I was married before my divorce. I think it was, for me, the most difficult phase of my life. Like, back to your question, you said, how did you deal with it? Um, I mean, I dealt with it. I just took my own time to deal with it. I had a very supportive family, first of all. I think that's number one. And I just took time out, literally time out. I didn't leave my house for almost a year. I hardly met these girls for, like, almost a year and a half. I think I just,
You were depressed
I was depressed.
and angry.
Um, I just needed time to heal from the trauma. So I just gave myself that time. And that's the kind of person that I am. I just shut everything out. And yeah, I just look within, and I just wanted to heal by myself. And yeah, that was the most difficult time for me.
Bhavna?
I think it would be after my second one was born. I went through, like, I think it's PMD
Mhm.
and postpartum depression,
Yeah.
and I faced a lot of anxiety. I don't even know why I was feeling that. I mean, there were I really, when tell people this, sometimes they're like, you have nothing to be anxious about. And I'm very grateful to God for everything that I have in my life. But I don't know, maybe it was hormones, it was just anxiety, which was maybe subconscious, maybe since I was a child or anything. I don't know what it was, but it all came out after my second one was born. And I remember my friends, they used to tell me that, are you okay? You're looking sick, because I had become like 47 kilos.
Yeah.
I was very, very underweight. I think that was the most traumatic because I didn't know what was going on with me. I couldn't understand. And every time people just said the same thing, but what are you anxious about?
Yeah.
Or what are you, there is nothing to be anxious about, and there's nothing to be depressed about. But I felt that. Maybe it was my hormones, whatever
And
it
how
was.
did you cope?
I took, which Ananya mentioned in her session, and
That
she
you
did
took
say
therapy.
that, I don't know if I'm allowed to give my mom's secret, but yes, I took therapy at that time, and I think that really helped me.
And how long were you in therapy for?
I was in therapy for about a year, maybe a little longer than that. And I still take therapy off and on, when sometimes I find things I'm not able to handle on my own. Your kids, as you said, she spoke about trolling. I think her trolling affected me
Mm.
more than it affected her.
To see it as a mother,
Yeah.
to see your
So,
daughter being, yeah,
so
put under the
that's what
microscope.
I said.
Yeah.
I was a very overly sensitive person. I have become stronger,
Yeah.
but these are the times, and at these times I do take therapy, and I don't. I mean, I speak a lot to Chunky. He's my best friend, but as she said, that it's always biased sometimes,
Yeah.
and sometimes they don't understand, and
And
they're
you
like,
need that professional distance.
yeah, because sometimes people are like, but you have nothing to be anxious about. Even
Yeah.
my own parents said that to me. They were like, what are you anxious about? You have everything. So it was, but I still took it, and I think that was the best decision I made.
Thank you for sharing
Yeah, of
that. Can
course.
we have a round of applause? Because
Thank
it's not easy to open up about these very personal. It's easy to look at the Bollywood wives and make everything about who, ha ha, and who gets along with whom. And even I did a little bit of that today without meaning to. But I actually, my heart really belongs to these stories.
No,
That
and
you
also
share.
sometimes I feel that, as you were saying, that we don't discuss it also because sometimes it's taken it as like it's like problems of the privileged or the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
world problem, and you feel conscious discussing these things because there are really genuinely so many problems out there
yeah.
that you don't want to make this so important.
And would you advise people today to seek therapy if they're feeling this way? Did it help you? Does it help you?
I would definitely advise people to seek therapy. The only problem with therapy is it's very expensive
Yeah.
most of the time.
And access to mental health for those who aren't wealthy is,
Yeah.
mental health
So
interventions.
it's very easy for me to sit here and just say that, guys, go take go to a good therapist, but that costs a lot of money, and everyone cannot afford that. Maybe 2 or 3 times a month. So I think when we talk about mental health issues, also solutions I think need to happen. I don't know how. Maybe more people
Talking about it.
talking about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
or like platforms or a community,
Yeah.
or even like people coming out who are studying these subjects and helping the people they have to,
No, thank
besides
you, Bhavna,
charging.
for
No,
sharing that.
really. Yeah.
Seema?
Um, with me, actually, I think I said it on the show. I was actually shot this show at one of the most traumatic times of my life. I had, even though I was separated for like over 6 years. My younger one, when actually got divorced, which was like a little bit when that final divorce came through, he was it just I did not expect him to take it the way he does. And I do realize that being today, I know that being a mom, everything you kind of take out on your mother.
Yeah.
And he kind of accused me that you are not, you're not sad. And I didn't handle it very well, and initially. And then I realized, of course, again, like I share this, Bhavna, and I know I also do therapy regularly. I have been in therapy for like 10 years, off and on. And
And has it helped?
oh, yes, it's helped me with this. And I realized just, that that through this whole process, when a child has these outbursts, it comes out of pain. And the only way to solve it is with love. There's lots and lots and lots of love and patience, and, listening to them more than correcting them. Or even with my older one, I've always adopted that policy, like even saying sorry. Like, which of your parents actually say sorry to you? But today, you have a relationship with your child. It's more about listening to them, listening to their side of it and apologizing to them, letting them feel that you could be wrong. And I think that whole process is something I kind of, went through thanks to therapy.
Again, thank you. I mean, thank you. Um, Mahi, toughest phase?
I think I addressed it in the show.
Yeah.
It was a year of many, many things that snowballed into me reaching the ICU. I lost my house help to COVID, which was, and she was with us for 20 years. So it was shattering for my children
Yeah.
to explain to them
Yeah.
and to tell them. I hid it from them because my daughter was in New York at the time. So telling her, then my dog passed away. My son went into hospital with gangrene of the appendix for 10 days, trauma. So I didn't know what was hitting me because it was just constant, constant, constant. And then finally, I got COVID and I ended up in the ICU with 700 sugar and probably going into organ failure. So I think that was very traumatic, questioning your mortality, your life. We don't question death so much, you know. So it hit me very hard. It hit me more for my children because they've gone through it with two of my sister-in-laws suddenly passing away.
Yeah.
And I know what it has done to my whole family. So for me, that's what I said to you guys, that, you know, I've been that person always to be strong for the family. I'm the strong one. And people come to me for help. I don't go to them for help. Suddenly, I felt that I needed to grasp at people. I needed that help because I was sinking. And then that lifestyle change, obviously,
Yeah.
with insulin,
Yeah.
hit me very badly because I'm so, again, in control of my life, being healthy. And suddenly I'm dependent on insulin. I'm dependent on checking on my sugar constantly. Um, it's, you know, so I think work helped me
Yeah.
because I got into season 3. It helped me jump into it and focus on the better things and focus on my glass being half full instead of half empty. Uh, it's an achievement that we've come into season 3. You know, in my middle age, for me to be sitting with an icon like you,
Oh, thank
asking me
you.
questions,
Thank you.
in my life I would have never thought.
Thank you.
It's the truth. So yeah, so I'm giving myself a pat on the shoulder, and
And
I'm
you
happy.
should. Thank you. Shalini, toughest phase of life?
So, like Charlie Chaplin said, that life is a tragedy in close up and comedy in long shot. So everything that has happens, like there's a reason for it, and you grow stronger. So at the age of 21, I had a spine injury, and the doctor told me that you can't dance and you can't wear high heels. And so my Sanjay and my mom were sitting there, and my mother started crying. And I just said, okay, I'm leaving. So they thought I've gone to the bathroom to cry. I sat in the car. I went for my dance class.
Really? Fabulous.
And the doctor said you'll have to take an injection on your spine for the rest of your life. Every 3 months, I can visit you. I'm looking at him like I'm 21 and I love dancing, and why should I not wear high heels? So I started doing yoga slowly, slowly built my strength. And that's why I'm so obsessive about my health, because once you lose it, you can never fix it. You can only like restore it. So from since the age of 21, it's like I just said that, I have to take care of myself. And when we are younger, we don't realize, like, we do different things and we take risks. But, you know, that was the most traumatic for me, to
Well,
lose
thank you
something
to
which I
all
took for granted.
5 of you for sharing this. We're almost at the end of our conversation, but before we let you go, of course, we also have something that we want to give you. But before that, what would you tell your 16-year-old self today? To all 5 of you, I'll start with you.
Like I said before, don't change anything. Live life the way you did and with the confidence you did. I wouldn't change anything.
Bhavna?
I would say don't be oversensitive. Enjoy your life to the fullest. Don't be hard on yourself because this time will never come back.
Seema?
I think I would say that be authentic to yourself, live your life, it's yours, no one else's. and I mean, have those stories to tell, make those memories like a chest. Just, it's all about making memories, keep collecting your memories. I think that's the treasure you have at the
I
end of
love
the day.
that. Keep
Yeah.
collecting memories and keep making new ones. Mahi?
My 16-year-old life was so different. It was a world that you guys will never understand. It's a lot tougher for you with social media out there. And all I can say to you guys is always swim. Choose to swim and be brave. Be brave. Don't compare yourself to anybody out there. You're unique. You guys are unique. And have that voice. It's okay.
Shalini?
Well, I'm still 16. Well, I would tell myself that don't do too many activities. Study a little bit harder.
Don't do too many activities means
Too many activities in school. Like you knew there were 100 activities, opportunities available to us. So I would do everything from mountain climbing and horse riding and even things which
Fab.
I was terrible at. And, just because I wanted to run away from studies and not study basically. So I really wish I'd studied harder then. So I don't have to learn everything now.
Well, I just want to say to all of you, you're all fabulous. You have given voice to an entire community of women. You have shared your stories with authenticity. You are the most chilled superstars I've met. And you are superstars. So let's have a big round of applause for the fabulous Bollywood wives. I want you all to stand here. Can we get out our awards here? May I please call Kauser of our partner on stage from Swatantra? Please, if we can have you on stage. But before we do anything, Shalini, what is the story with your bags?
So
I was very tense when this bag fell. Sorry, Neelam, I'm just squeezing in here.
So it's just that they are these. It's actually just fun notes to myself if I'm carrying a
Fun notes to yourself. Can we please? Here it is. Okay.
That's
That is
This
fun.
is the blue color of our uniform.
Yeah, modern school.
School uniform. Yeah.
But what is the story with your bags?
Well, it's like a personal note or a fun thing to myself. It's like I'm having fun with my own self. Like a secret message to myself. That's all. That's what it is, and everybody likes it.
So I want to say that I think the Bollywood wives were the women of the year. I really do think. And so we would like all of them, and you're going to not disappoint me with the love you're going to show, Kauser, if I may ask you to present each one of them with our award, and I have to match the names now, yes, so that we don't get them wrong. Yes, here's Neelam. Okay, we're going to give a big round of applause to Neelam, Shalini, Okay, at the count of 3, 2, 1, we're going to go Bollywood wives. Okay, okay, everybody ready? 3. Okay, and this has to be really loud. You all have less energy than me now. 3, 2, 1. Again, it wasn't loud enough. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. No, that's not allowed. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a big round of applause for the women of the year. Thank you so much. Can we have you go through the wings backstage, because we missed you backstage because you all were front of stage before we could introduce you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All are fab.
My long-term wish is coming. Anisha would
Really, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. But I need people to settle down, please. Aditi, I need your help. Volunteers, we need doors closed at the backs. Please, no, please take your seats. No. No, they have to sit. No doors open, please. Please. Guys, I need someone at the doors to be locked. I need the doors to be closed because we have to move on. Polemy, can you step out and have those doors locked? Back means? That's fine. Can I have the doors closed, please? And everyone take their seats. Come on, girls and boys. Help me out here. Take your seats. Hi, girls. We need the doors controlled because everybody's moving in and out, please. Everyone take your seats, please. Guys at the back, we can't start unless you take your seats. Okay, that's fine, but come on, I need everyone to settle down also, no? Hello at the back, can we have the bouncers stand at the door? Pallavi, can you step out and just have it done, please? Can the doors be locked? Can the doors be locked so that everybody can just sit where they are? No, I can still see the open doors, please. That's all right. Can you have the doors locked here? I'm really requesting somebody at the back. Pallavi, I really need this done. I understand, but they're not, it's still, there's a lot of movement at the back. May I request everybody at the back to just squat on the floor if you don't have seats, but I need you to settle down. The guests waiting. We have to introduce our next speakers, please. Please, and there are empty seats in the front. You can come up front and take seats if you're not getting one. Excuse me, at the back, could you please settle down? Could our student volunteers make the students settle down at the back? आप प्लीज सब ठीक करिए आधा तो ऑन नहीं होता है ओके नहीं सर okay, how many of you this Diwali saw the Diwali Barbie? The Diwali Barbie. It was such an important statement of inclusion and representation. For those of us who grew up, with Barbie dolls, we would look at these dolls and they would be very remote from anything that was close to our reality, right? But Anita Dongre created, in the interest of this wider representation, the Diwali Barbie. And Anita Shroff Adjania, I've often told her that she's so elegant herself, but that she could make a lamppost look stylish. Please put your hands together to welcome the divas of design, Anita Dongre and Anita Shroff Adjania. Thank you. Let's, come on, show them your love. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Can I have a round of applause for the two A's on my stage? Acing it, the A's acing it in every way.
Anita just said backstage after the Bollywood wives, it's the two boring wives.
No. Come on, girls and boys. You need to show them love because they're feeling they can't follow the Bollywood wives. Yes.
Thank you.
Anita, I want to start with the Diwali Barbie because in my introduction, I was just saying, when I was young, my mother didn't want me to play with Barbies because she felt like, the body image, the representation, but also it was so remote to anything we knew in our world. And I just love the Diwali Barbie. How did that idea come to you and why was it important to you?
Honestly, Mattel approached me about a year ago, and I was really excited to finally show India in a different light. Indian fashion has always been shown in a very cliched manner. And I thought it was high time that Indian girls all over the world, because we got some amazing feedback from every country where Indians live, I wanted them to resonate with their culture. And I wanted to make Barbie cool and confident and
Yeah.
very now.
And not only this over sexualized.
And not that I've ever played with a Barbie as a young girl.
Same.
Never.
Same.
We couldn't afford Barbies. when I-
Correct. That also.
Those are only some rich kids had it from abroad. We
Yeah.
didn't. But today, well, it's available everywhere. And it's sold out. It's been very well received.
Yeah, it's fabulous. What did that idea mean to you? Girls, settle down, please. What did that idea mean to you? Like now that it's out there and it's sold out.
I think it just represents Indian fashion about what Indian fashion is today. which is it's evolved, it's so cool, it's international, it's global, but at the same time it has an Indian soul. The print was Indian, but the outfit was very contemporary. So for me, it's what's happening in India today, and the world doesn't
Fabulous.
see India like that.
Yeah. Thank you for giving us that representation and that voice. Anita, I mean, you've dressed the biggest, as is Anita, of course, but you're always styling the biggest, wealthiest, most influential, most stylish people, and you're so stylish yourself. But it begs the question, what is fashion? What is fashion? What does it mean to be fashionable?
I think it's more important to be stylish than fashionable, because I think style talks about you as a person. It's almost like a non-verbal communication of who you are. And also, it doesn't have to be the same every day. It can be different. Like for me as a stylist, I feel some days I want to be sloppy. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying non-verbally. Today, I want
Yeah.
to be comfortable. I mean, if you'd seen me half an hour ago, I was sloppy, getting off a flight.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think it also is kind of like the cover to you, like the cover of a book, which before you read or before you speak to someone, you see them and you kind of make a mental note of who they are. And what's lovely is that it's so much about your personality.
Yeah.
And I think it's a silent way of communicating who you are, what mood you're in, maybe even your your tradition, where you come from, your culture. There's so much relevance. So for me, it's more style than fashion. Fashion is a tool that I use to convey style.
So, what does your style say about you, according to you?
According to me,
Yeah.
I think my style says that when I have to get it together, I can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm a mess. But what it says primarily is that comfort is very important to me.
Yeah.
And I have to feel good. I will not be a fashion victim and just wear anything. Like, so sometimes I feel like, like recently at another award function, I wore this crazy red extravaganza. Like a year ago, that wouldn't be me. But today I feel it and I loved it and I felt very special. So it's follow your instinct.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
just as a professional, but even personally. Like if you feel like today a color, like I believe in color therapy. Like most days I wear black like you are
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
But on some days I want to throw in a color, I want to throw in an animal print, whatever.
Yeah.
Let your expression come from that.
What does your style say about you, Anita?
Barkha, I think style even evolves every decade. At least for me, it's evolved. When I was in my 20s, I dressed very differently because I
How
was a
did you
different
dress?
person then.
How did you dress?
I dressed figure hugging clothes. I dressed for attention. I wanted to walk into a room and every head had to turn and look at me.
Yeah.
Like
We
crazy
need these
fashion.
photographs.
We need these
Yeah.
photographs for sure.
Then as you go on today, for me, it's just, I mean, it was always about comfort, but you keep changing as a person, you evolve as a person. Today, for me, it's comfortable, loose. Now I like my clothes to talk about my value system. So I usually wear a lot of hand woven like I'm wearing today. So today it's about showing craft, about showing hand woven. It's saying a lot about what I feel, what I'm going through, and how I want to express myself, just like Anita said. And at a certain age and days when I put on weight, I want something loose and comfortable. The
Yeah.
days I'll lose a couple of kilos, I'll wear something with a waist belt.
Yeah.
Like for what I'm wearing today, usually I wear it belted up. Today I was feeling a little bloated, so I left it loose. But I'm comfortable in it.
Isn't it all in the end about confidence and comfort? Like if you ask me, I mean, I'm not fashionable by any measure, but I'm confident and I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
And
you have to feel great
have
with
to
whatever
feel
you
it.
wear. You have to feel you can
It just
own the
makes you feel
world
better.
today.
Sorry.
It should make you feel better
Yeah.
than when
Correct.
you woke up.
Correct.
And I think also, more importantly, it's also about supporting talent. I mean,
Yeah.
for me as a stylist, it's very important that I wear younger brands, established brands, mix it up for people to be inspired and understand what people are doing, even in whether it's accessories.
Yeah.
Not just, wear the same thing. It's also very important, like Anita said, to give a nod to tradition in terms of handlooms and our beautiful weaves. But again, it can be shown in an extremely contemporary way. So I think it's everything that we do is hoping for the industry to grow and for people to feel better.
And the last is what I want to pick
Yeah.
up, because in the age of social media, there's a kind of standardized idea of what good looks are and what is fashionable. And how does one retain individualism when you're so influencer and image driven? You use the phrase fashion victim. How do you not be a fashion victim? I mean, there are young girls in this audience, and their idea of what is a good look comes from what social media and the big stars are wearing. And then, down the chain, yes, it's great that people are able to access it. But how do you not be a fashion victim? Like, what are the politics of your, your sort of gaze on fashion, Anita?
I think it's about, like we've just been saying, finding your own style.
Yeah.
And that style has to be unique, that has to be you, that has to be personal. It's about not imitating anybody. It's about what you feel. You should feel empowered in the morning to do whatever, whether it's a job you're going for, whether you're going to college. You should just feel wonderful in what you wear. It's more about being you than about aping anybody else. It's so easy to ape anyone else and look like a clone of someone else.
Yeah.
But I would always say, do something that's you, whatever little it is. It could be just an ordinary white shirt you wear with trousers, but then make something about you in that. The jewelry you wear, just choose everything mindfully and carefully. Look at it and say, is this really me? Do I want to own this forever? When you buy jewelry, do I really want this to be part of my life for a long time? So it's about a lot about having things in your wardrobe for a very long time, buying quality. I-
I
Anything
mean,
more to
today
add in? I
everybody
don't have.
says sustainable fashion, and it's almost become fashionable to say sustainable fashion.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah.
so fashionable to say it
There's a
without
lot of
understanding a
greenwashing.
word of
That's
it.
what I'm saying. What does it actually mean?
Well, we don't have a standardization yet, right?
Well, I think sustainable fashion is anything that is not harmful to the planet,
But there's no
something that's biodegradable, something, and sustainable fashion can also mean fashion that is great quality that you wear for a very long time. But I think biodegradable fibers that are used which don't harm the planet, anything that's made sustainably
Yeah.
and manufactured sustainably is for me sustainable fashion.
Anita?
But what I'm saying is that there is no way to know whether what people are saying is true or not. There's a lot of greenwashing.
True.
But I mean, think coming back to your earlier point, because I think it's very important. A lot of the times we hold back on what we think suits us.
Yeah.
And I feel like I urge people, especially young people, to try. Like if you're feeling something, try it. It doesn't matter. And again, it doesn't have to be a big buy or whatever. We are so lucky to have our darzis on every
I
corner.
know. I
Get it
know.
made. I did that in college. I always wanted these in-cut halters, which were never available. My tailor made them in red and white checks. It was in fact tablecloth material.
Yeah.
But I just felt super cool and I felt like I was very Italian chic or whatever at that time. So
Yeah.
try different things. And with time, you will find what works for you. You will find things that you're attracted to and things that are just not for you.
Tell us about your journeys. Did you always know, Anita, that you wanted to be in design or fashion
Yeah, I knew at 15
at 15? So, what
Yeah.
was that precise memory or that moment?
that I wanted to learn fashion design, and
Like, what
that's
did you see or what did you read? Or,
I
like,
don't know, but I just knew.
Yeah.
It was something that I knew, and I went looking for a design school and found one at 16 and joined design school at 17. I was
really?
just lucky, not very,
So, you were just that focused, like you
very
always knew.
focused. Yeah, very
And was
focused.
there anyone you were influenced by?
I really don't know. So many things
Because I
influence
mean,
you.
we didn't
Probably my
always have
trips.
access to that whole array when we were younger of the great designers of the
I
world.
would like to say my trips to Jaipur. I come from Jaipur, born, brought up in Bandra, but spent 3 months every vacation in Rajasthan. Maybe Rajasthan inspired me. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Did you know at 15?
I think I knew earlier, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I didn't know I wanted to be a stylist because it didn't exist. So
Yeah,
I thought I would be a designer.
yeah.
And it was like designer or hairdresser, both. I was toying with
Really?
both, but I knew that I had a intense passion for fashion and editorial stuff. So I was very fortunate. My father worked with Air India and would bring me Vogue and Harper's
mine,
Bazaar.
yes.
Exactly. So it was like my life was like the chocolates were fabulous, but the magazines were the real gold.
Yeah.
Oh, Anita, I used to go to the Radiwala to buy the Vogue.
Yeah, I did that too. But so this was it, and I would like for some reason like tear out pages and buy those cardboard folders and make. I had no idea why I was doing
Yeah.
it. Now when I look back, I'm like clearly I was trying to make a system for my future career because I
Yeah.
still do mood boarding and I still do the same thing. And finally, when I thought, oh okay, I have to be a designer because there's no other way, but I never thought I had the talent for it.
Why?
I still don't think I do.
Come on now, stop
Oh,
it.
I
Oh, come
don't.
on,
Genuinely,
Anita.
design is a craft that's so elevated compared to what I do. I put people's great work together. That's easy.
But that's
They
also
have
a
to
sense
create
of,
it first.
yeah, but that's also a sense of
No,
design,
absolutely.
right?
But what I'm saying is, I'm the first one to agree that designing is not my forte. So I was very lucky that when I wanted to go to design school, my mom was like, you should be a graduate. Now, these words meant nothing to me. So I'm like, theek hai. And she gave me a 5-year holiday, which I
Yeah.
loved because by being in college, it only meant I partied and
Yeah.
met some of the best people ever and had fun. And then styling happened by accident. I heard about Elle coming to India, and I was like, I need to be a part of it. I don't know what I'll do, but I just want to be there. And that's how it started.
What has been the toughest part of getting to the pedestals that you today stand on? It couldn't have been easy. And yes, don't be modest. I think you have to own your success, Anita. I'll start with you. Has it been tough to get to this point? What have been the challenges along the way?
I think it's been very, very tough. There have been huge challenges. There are
Like,
challenges even today.
like,
To you, I may seem very successful, but I know the challenges I will face tomorrow and day after
for
tomorrow.
example?
Challenges just don't stop. It takes a lot to run a fashion business, Barkha. It's challenging. There are loads of challenges you're
Is it more
managing.
challenging for a woman?
No, I don't think so. Today, I wouldn't think that, and nor did I think when I started out. In fact, I always use that to my advantage. I was never taken seriously because I was a woman. I loved that.
But sometimes women-led businesses, it depends on the business. They don't get capital, they don't get investment. So I mean, men-led businesses, the data shows you get more investors.
Yes, it does. But when I started out so many years ago, I wasn't taken seriously, and that I used to my advantage because no one really knew how serious I was, and that worked to my advantage. But today, there have been challenges, and I think there will always be challenges running a business.
Yeah.
You're dealing with people, you're dealing with so much of manpower, you're dealing with something that keeps fluctuating. I have to go in and create every day. It's not a standard product I'm making.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of challenges that one faces.
Anita?
I don't think I faced any serious challenges. I think it
Yeah.
was just the breakthrough from editorial to commercial that was difficult.
Mhm.
And now sometimes, like in the wedding market, they still don't understand what we're doing because they're like, I have my clothes now. What will you do? I'm like, dude, that's just, it's like
Yeah.
saying I have ice in my drink. What about the rest?
Yeah.
But having said that, I feel the challenge or the change for me was from being a complete behind the scenes person to now allowing myself to be seen.
I mean,
And,
you're a
and I enjoy it.
You're both personas.
No, I don't know. It's just a natural flow of how things went. I think the lockdown made that possible
Yeah.
because people were like, oh, we can't see you. We need a video or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm enjoying this. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
So in the end, I want to ask you, is there something that you thought was fashionable that you today think is ugh?
Oh, so many things.
Like?
All the time.
Like?
I'm just
It's a
blank.
long list.
No, she said so many things.
She said, but I.
So many
Anita?
things just go out.
Like
and
things that you would
un-
never wear today.
I would never ever wear polyester leggings ever.
Polyester leggings.
Ever.
Okay, fair enough. Anita?
I used to say I'll never wear
Or
acid
workwear.
wash again, but I did.
You did.
So I'm not a good person here.
And you had another example?
Polyester workout wear. Anything with polyester in it.
So
I can't
basically,
touch
you don't like synthetics.
it. No, absolutely no. But one wore it
Nobody
at
likes
one time.
synthetics, but they're allowed into so many things now, right?
They
not-
shouldn't. They shouldn't be sold.
They shouldn't be sold. That's a big statement, and I think we can all agree with that. Anybody here who struggles? I have time for one question. A young girl who's interested in design, or a young boy who's interested in design, fashion, or do you struggle with your own look? I'm going to call our photographer up here. Aranya, come up. Come up, come up, come up, come up. And because it's just an interesting conversation. What does fashion mean? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 21 and huge fan of both of your work. So I guess if I had to ask a question, it would be, Indian fashion is now kind of coming center stage in like the Western world as well. Like you styled events like the Met Gala and, this big wedding where all these celebrities from around the world have come. So do you feel like you are kind of pressured or feel the need to shift how you style or how you design to cater to a Western audience? Like, how do you like incorporate Indian culture in that way?
That's a really interesting question, actually,
Yeah.
because again, it comes back to sort of this image-driven world that we live in, which has brought us all, like it makes the world feel like a very small place, but there's the danger of everybody looking the same.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aranya. Please respond.
So for me, based on all the examples she mentioned, I feel no pressure to do that. In fact, I think it's the reverse. I think we are setting the bar for the West to copy us, if at all, or be